Alright guys, did something crazy. I want to show you what I did. Alright, you guys remember my Get FPV quad that I vinyl wrapped, and this thing was all set up for 4S. 4S, 2650 kV motors. These are some 3BR hobby 4S motors. The stack that's in here, it's a Mamba F50 stack. I want to say I got that from Race Day Quads. It's got the CADX Vista in it, but yeah, guess what I did with this thing? Now I know that some of you guys are gonna probably want to ask yourselves, or maybe even ask in the comments below, that like, Dave, you're a Kin FPV supporter. Why are you using a Get FPV? What is it? It's a QAV R2 Slam. Now the answer to this is quite simple. What I had done, I figured if I was gonna blow something up, fuck something up, I'd rather it be on this QAV R2 instead of my custom 6-inch Atlas. So let's talk about what I did. Everything in this particular build here, when I originally did this, it was set up for 4S batteries. I choose to use the Ovonic 1600 mAh 4S batteries. I want to believe it's a discharge rate of 120. So when I did these, we have these motors here. These are the 3BR Hobby. You can kind of see it there. Let's get rid of some of that glare if I can. I can't. So, but here's the specs right here. These are, yep, 3BR. They're 2207 Pros, and these are 2650 kV. I know with the glare, it's kind of hard to see. You might be able to read it here. But needless to say, definitely not 6S motors. But on the other hand, the stack that's in here, let's see, you're still not going to be able to see it at all, but the stack that's in here, as I mentioned, it's a Mamba F50, 50 amp ESC, and it's rated for 3 to 6S. So, all right, as I mentioned in one of my past videos, I was going to be moving over to 6S, and I want to move everything over to 6S eventually, now that I've had a taste of it, I guess you could say. But I started off with the Kin FPV Flicks. The reason why I chose that, if you guys didn't watch the Maiden or the Re-Maiden, I would suggest watching both of them. In the original Maiden video of the Flicks, it was the motor, I had too small of motors, and then even when I got the motors changed out to some 2006 4S, they were still underpowered. There was something going on where I'm not quite sure, so I went ahead and got me some 2004 6S motors. I want to say that they're spooling up at 1800 kV, and I went ahead and got a Ovonic 1000 mAh 100 C 6S battery. The Re-Maiden on this battery was amazing. The biggest difference in the world. So, with having a couple of these sitting on hand, a couple of these 6S batteries, and knowing how these 6-inch quads that I have, like the QAV and my 6-inch Atlas, I don't need a lot of throttle to keep this thing in the air. The Atlas flies amazing at such low throttle, you wouldn't believe it. But needless to say, probably by now, I'm guessing you guys have already guessed what it is that I've done. So, like I said, I watched a video by Drain Man over the weekend where he walks us through step by step, telling us exactly what it is that we need to type into the CLI. He displays it up into the CLI. Once you figure out, you do the mathematical equation where you're like, okay, well, I want 1800. I want to fly around at 1800 kV range. I think his was like 1750. So I chose 1800, and then I divided it by the kV that these motors are, which are 2650, and I think that gave me what he called a magic number. My magic number was 66. So in the process of everything and inputting everything into the CLI, my magic number was 66. So I went ahead and did that. I went ahead and set up the what would you call it? I I set this particular quad up to where it will run off of a 6-cell battery, excuse me, a 6S battery, and it will also fly on a 4S battery. When I plug in a 6S, the flight controller will automatically detect that it is a 6S battery, and it will switch it over, and it will output 66%, or I think I'm doing that right. It will, like at max throttle, it only spools up 66%, or up to 66% of the 2650 kV. I don't know. However it works, my magic number was 66. Now, with that being said, if I blow through both of my, as of right now I only have 2 6S batteries, but when I blow through both of these and I want to, you know, I want to keep flying, and all I got left is a 4S, when I plug in my 4S battery, it will automatically change the profile number 1, and my motors will spool up to the 2650. It'll just be at 100%, as if nothing ever changed. I can unplug that battery, plug in another 6S battery, and it will change over to profile number 2, which all of my PIDs, my rates, everything is identical on both of them. All I did was copy them as Drainman describes in his video, and nothing changes about the way that it flies, except when I'm hoping when I fly this, it will, what's the right word I can say? I won't get that battery sag. That's what I'm looking at, because these motors, this motor and prop combination is just, it's nuts. The sound of the props or motors or however, whatever's making the sound is ridiculous. Aaron had a chance to see how these sounded when I went over to West Branch and we went flying for the day, and those guys are just, you know, those guys had a chance to see how I felt the first time I heard that thing. But needless to say, so today we're gonna fly this thing, and we're gonna see how this works, and we're gonna make sure that it all does everything it's supposed to. Yesterday I didn't fly it. I went ahead and just did all the programming and everything, and stuck on the little battery checker thingy, not battery checker, the when you plug it into the quad, you push the button, and then, you know, so nothing shorts out. So I went ahead and did that. Everything toned up. It did what it was supposed to do. Got up a little earlier than normal this morning, put the props on, threw everything in the truck, brought it to work, and here we are. So let's see how this is gonna fly on 6S. All right, we already know that this thing flew on 4S before, so I'm gonna start off with the 6S pack in here. I mean, after all, this is what this video is all about, is, you know, some old technology that I'm trying out, so it's new to me. But we're going to start off with the 6S pack. We're going to see how that works, and then just fly it around for a little bit, and then we are going to plug in the 4S and see how that does, to see if it makes that change or not. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get my profile view in the goggles, meaning through Betaflight, you go into the OSD, you can turn on the, what is that called? You can turn on the whatever features, like your battery voltage, your RSSI link, and all of that stuff. You'd be able to do all that through OSD. But for whatever reason, I think the profile that I'm using does not show up on there. It's just one of the things that's not integrated in yet. So you can check all the switches, make sure nothing's going to start beeping at me. Throttle's on all the way down. Power it up. Or power up the transmitter. Goggles should be on. Alright, goggles are ready to go. Alright, here we go. 6S. God. That is nuts. Alright. I know it's not going to be stupid right now, simply because I've already, you know, done this process once before. Got connection. I'm still holding it. Just, I don't know why I'm holding it, but I'm holding a lot of force down. I got video. I'm seeing 24.8 volts, but I'm looking all around in the goggles right now, and I don't see anywhere where it shows profile. So we're gonna see here in a second. So, oh gosh, why does new shit scare me? All right, so I'm gonna go right back over here off camera just for a second, and we're gonna get this up in the air because it looks like everything's going good. Let's at least aim this in the right direction. There we go. All right, 6S for the first time on this 6-inch QAVR2. Oh my God! Yeah, this is just absolutely nuts. And I'm really hoping you guys are going to be able to catch the audio from this thing screaming. I'll do a quick little flyby real quick. This thing is insane. And guys, this is only a 1,000 mach. I just have to watch these power lines that go right through this big old yard. But I figured this would be the perfect place to test this in the event that something was wonky with it. I think I'm going to have to turn my idle speed down. Yeah, the idle speed is definitely going to have to come down. I'm still sitting at 22.4, 22.5. Yeah, that was like a weird, like, forky kind of, I was going straight and gave it some throttle, and it kind of yawed on me, but then again, it might have been me with the stick. Finally, 22.2. Alright, we're not making this a full-blown flight video, so... Okay, now we're going to land it, go for test number 2, to see if it does okay with the, see if it does. I'm already noticing I'm at the 16.6 with the, with my, what is it, OSD. 16.6 with the, with my, what is it, OSD. Yeah, I don't get that high, like it was doing before. But but it's still... It's almost like my motors are like, give me that 6S back. I know the people here at work are probably like, what the fuck is that? Alright, let's go ahead and land it. Alright. Well, for starters, yeah. I'm going to be doing a hell of a lot more 6S flying. I mean, there is not a doubt in my mind that I'm going to start converting everything over to 6S. When I get home tonight, I'm going to convert over the my 3-inch. Wait, I take that back. I'm thinking I want to convert over my 3-inch Atlas, but I need to check and see if I need to check all the other electronics. I know that the electronics that are in here, they're 3 to 6S compatible. I want to say that my 6-inch, my Atlas, my KNFPV Atlas is also 3 to 6S, but I am unsure of my 3-inch Atlas, and that's one thing I'm going to definitely have to check into before I convert that over, because if the electronics are not, then I need to start shopping for some 20x20 3 to 6S electronics for that thing. So, but guys, that is it. I'm converting over everything to 6S. 6S conversion to 6S is a success. Does that make sense? Okay. As you guys can see, everything went as smoothly as I could possibly imagine it or expect it or want it to go. So it all started off with hanging out with Subsonic Freak FPV, Aaron Randall, and hearing how his drone performs. I guess you could say his 5-inch Ayla. It's another kin frame. And it was amazing. Even with the 5-inch, I did get the battery sag on my 5-inch quad running 4S. On my 6-inch quads, I got battery sag with those motors and those props. They're so hungry for all that extra power, it would sag them right down. And then I went with the KNFPV Flicks, bad power and motor combo, I guess you could say, and kind of forced me to kind of enter the realm of 6S and got a taste for it personally. And even pushing that 3-inch Sin, with the 4S, I got the battery sag, once again, and it continued to haunt me. That 4S battery sag was haunting. So changed the motors. Didn't do anything with the flight controller, simply because the flight controller was a 3 to 6S already, so I didn't have to worry about that. But changed the motors, left the same props on it, changed the battery, from 4 to 6, and it was a success. And so after getting that taste of that, watching a video by Drainman, thank you for putting that out, by the way. I'll probably try to put a card up here, that way it kind of gives recognition to him for this is where I learned how to do this. Even though it's old technology,
it's there. And you know, I didn't know it was even available. So I did it myself. I flew it myself. Now it's, yeah. So ampal.com. You guys over there, if you guys end up watching this, because I'm gonna tag you guys in this. Yeah, you guys are gonna be getting an order from me soon. But now the question is, with my Atlas, do I go 1300? Do I go 1600? I think there's got to be a balance here for, you know, there's got to be some kind of an equation or some kind of balance between here's what my quad weighs. Or no, I don't think that would matter, because if your drone weighs a certain weight and you have 5 of them, if you have five of the same builds, 5 different motor combinations with 5 different prop combinations, I don't think it's going to matter. So I think it's just going to be a matter of, you know what, I'm going to get some 13s, I'll get some 15s or 16s, whatever's around there. I'll just get a couple of each just to see what's what, and we'll go from there, and I'll keep you guys informed. But that's it. Like I mentioned, I'm going to keep saying it. Success. My 6S conversion was a success. So guys, that's it. Any comments, questions, let me know in the description. I'll try to make sure I put all that information into the description, as far as, you know, what you're going to be putting into your CLI, and we'll go from there. But I hold no responsibility for anything that happens. I'm just going to copy what it is that I'm putting in and paste it below. That way you guys can do the same. So guys, good luck. Let me know if you're going to be trying this, or if you have done this. Talk to you guys later. See ya.